Good morning, everyone. Here is my letter to African nations. Before going to war against your neighboring counterpart at the expense of whatever you stand to gain from it, answer this following question. The way Russia is giving support to those African countries where military intervention comes to play, do you think that Western people truly love Africa? Russia is only giving support to the mission because of their own interest to exploit African mineral resources and also find marketplace for their finished goods. You know what? Those sophisticated weapons that you are buying from them in order to fight your own brothers and sisters within Africa is a means of turning African nation to their marketplace. They also want to use African nation as a feed to test run their weapons. You remember what happened to Korea that reduced their population and also caused them health issue. Whites are supporting war in Africa because we have most favorable weather condition on earth. Also fertile land which they don't have. Same blood is running through the vein of both white and black people if you don't know. So we shouldn't subject ourselves to these whites. They colonize us, they enslave us, they never free us politically, economically. It only shows in theory that we gain an independence. But remember, Ginger Crocusio says, human beings were born free, but anywhere they go in shame. If military now going against their counterparts within African, is it to build African wall or to destroy or collapse African building? Let me tell you, whites can never open their eyes and watching African nation enjoying life like them. Never think twice before going to war against your neighboring country, African military. Do you remember that white people always see Africa as a black monkey that has no brain but dust? Have you forgotten? When Libya government get it right and the citizens are enjoying life during Mugabe, white people brainwash them against their liberator and the king against their president. Since then up to now, Libya citizens are going through a lot. Half bread is better than none. This is a new form of colonization. Sheikh Watarodrin is said a lot inside his book, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. Any country that is always interested in collect, buy, or encouraging goods importation, and they become lazy on what they can do, such country never grow. Remember, China banned importation sometimes years ago before they get it right. Now, let me recall you back Africa again. This military intervention in African country did not just come to play. It was engineered, put in place by the Western backup. Why? Because they don't want African nation to get it right at all. If we Africa get it right politically, economically, they will not be able to exploit us again. It's not that Russia and other Western countries love us, those in Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso, and others. You know, why is it that war in Ukraine and other Western world parts is affecting we Africa? It's because we are relying on them. But if you can get it right, if African nations stand on their own, politically, economically, if there is war in European country, it won't affect us at all. You know what? Other military that intervene has taken over. It's not easy, as you can see. The white see black as black monkey. Now, African brother is going against their counterparts. But mind you, this is a new form of colonization. If you don't know, better let it get to your score. After the aims and objective of white come to pass in African nation, Russia will now have access to our raw materials to boost their own economy. Shall you understand? Another decade that nobody know when it's going to end. And this European or Russia, they will also eradicate those plot military coups in power strategically by their tactics. I think white will take over all the African countries that our forefathers strive to build to the hand of white. Think twice. You know what? Our land is fertile and our weather condition is better off their own times 1,000,000, 100 years to come. Slave trade again will erupt in Africa and we always give way for this demon to appear to us like a demon. Half bread is better than none. Africa.